It's almost here. Walker season, release date, trailer, and everything we know about the crime drama. After that, we're going to dig in the Frasier reboot, which is coming to Paramount Plus. Dahmer, Monster. The Jeffrey Dahmer story becomes one of Netflix's biggest ever hits, and much more. Ready to be brought up to speed? Let's get to it. Let's start with Walker Season 3, release date, trailer, and everything we know about the crime drama. Walker was bound to become a huge success for the CW, and not in the least because it's a reboot from the 1993 hit series Walker, Texas Ranger. In the lead, we find Jared Padalecki as Cordell Walker, who you must recognize from his 15 seasons in the lead of Supernatural together with co-star Jensen Ackles. Walker is already heading into his third season, and while we don't have an official synopsis yet, we know there are a lot of loose ends from the season 2 finale. Cordell rescued an unconscious Gale from a fire, and together with Jerry Cordell, managed to make Gale confess to the murder of Marv. The Walkers finally got their ranch back, but Jerry also told Cordell that they still couldn't be together yet. Then there was that minor confession of Denise's, where she revealed that she was the one responsible for cutting Cordell's saddle. Liam decided to dedicate his time on the ranch, and Trey was offered a position as a Texas Ranger. But most pressing of all, Cordell was kidnapped by people in a mysterious van at the end of the finale. So in any case, there will be enough to unravel from season 3. What's more, the new trailer has showed off Abigail Abby Walker, the lead in the upcoming spin-off Walker Independence. The new season will air on the CW network on the 6th of October 2022, immediately followed by the new show. Are you watching? Next up, Frasier reboot is coming to Paramount Plus. It's been almost 20 years since new episodes of Frasier were last seen on TV, but Kelsey Grammer's iconic Dr. Frasier Crane is coming back. Paramount Plus has given the green light to the reboot that will bring back the world's favorite radio psychiatrist. The world was first introduced to Dr. Frasier Crane on the NBC sitcom Cheers, which ran for multiple seasons. But Dr. Frasier was so popular that he ended up getting his very own spin-off, Frasier, which ended up running for 11 seasons from September 2003 until the 13th of May in 2004. In Frasier Crane was seen picking up his life in his hometown, Seattle, where he worked as a radio psychiatrist and interacted with his family. Grammer shared the screen with co-stars David Hyde Pierce, who portrayed Frasier's brother, Dr. Niles Crane. John Mahoney as Martin Crane. James Leaves portrayed Daphne Moon. Barry Gilpin stood in the shoes of Roz Doyle. And of course, Moose, who had the honor of portraying Frasier's dog, Eddie. Most specifics of the reboot are being kept under tight wraps, and there's no release date as of yet, but we do know that the new series will take Frasier to a new city, where he'll be surrounded by a host of new characters. But don't worry, it's expected that there will also be more than enough cameos from old fan favorites from time to time. Are you just as excited that Frasier is coming back as we are? And next, we have Dahmer, Monster. The Jeffrey Dahmer story becomes one of Netflix's biggest ever hits. Despite all the controversy and protests that have flown up after the release of Ryan Murphy's Dahmer, Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, the series has quickly become one of Netflix's most successful originals to date. The limited series, which stars Evan Peters as the notorious Jeffrey Dahmer, has managed to rack up an impressive 299.84 million viewed hours during its second week after its initial release. That means Dahmer is now only behind the 4th season of Stranger Things and has become Netflix's second most watched English-spoken series in a week. Put that into some perspective, the first volume of season 4 of Stranger Things started off with a whopping 301 million hours viewed, with its second batch of episodes coming in with 335 million views. Dahmer has also easily surpassed the widely popular second season of Bridgerton, which found its cap at 252 million hours viewed. It's only a matter of time before Dahmer will make it to the top 5, which would definitely happen before his first 28 days have passed. But wait, there's more. Next up, Emily Watson and Shirley Henderson to lead in HBO Max's Dune, The Sisterhood. An adaptation of Little Secrets is in the works at Peacock, and Moonlighting creator Glenn Gordon Caron raises reboot speculation with a tweet. You really don't want to miss out on these bits, so stay tuned and hang in there until the end of the video to make sure that you're all up to speed. First up, Emily Watson and Shirley Henderson to lead in HBO Max's Dune, The Sisterhood. HBO Max's Dune, The Sisterhood has found 2 of its leading characters in Emily Watson and Shirley Henderson. The upcoming series will be based on Frank Herbert's classic novel, Sisterhood of Dune, which was originally released in January of 2012. The story is set 10,000 years before the ascension of Paul Atreides and will follow the Harkonnen sisters. Together, they have to combat forces that threaten the future of all of humankind. To do this, they establish the fabled sect that is known as the Bene Gesserit. Watson and Henderson have been tapped to portray Valia Harkonnen and Tula Harkonnen, respectively, and together they form the formidable Harkonnen sisters. The creator of it all is Diana Ademo-John, who will also be writing, co-show running, and executive producing. Dune, The Sisterhood is a working title as of yet, and the series will be co-produced by Legendary Television and HBO Max. The TV arm of Legendary Television is also the company behind the current Dune film franchise, the first installment of which was released in October October of 2021. It received Oscar nominations for Best Picture and Best Adapted Screenplay, which should say something about the production value that we can expect for the upcoming Dune: The Sisterhood. No release date yet, but we're sure that will change soon. Are you excited that the Dune franchise is expanding? Following, an adaptation of Little Secrets is in the works at Peacock. Little Secrets, the 2020 novel by Jennifer Hillier, is being adapted for the small screen. The thriller has been given the green light for Peacock from Tish Cyrus's Hometown Entertainment. Little Secrets is a mystery thriller that is carried by strong female characters and pays homage to the erotic thriller genre of the late 1980s to early 1990s. The original novel follows the story of a mother who's become quite desperate for revenge against the mistress of her husband after her child goes missing. What makes the novel even more interesting is this use of alternating perspectives, showing both the story of the mother as well as the mistress. With it, the story dissects themes of lust, loss, and grief, and how these things can differ greatly depending on one's perspective. The adaptation is part of a first-look deal that Tish Cyrus, mother of Miley Cyrus, has struck back in December of 2021 with NBC, Universal Television, and streaming. Scrivener Love has been tapped to executive produce alongside Cyrus, who will also be joined by Dana Axelrod of Hometown Entertainment. And last but not least, Moonlighting creator Glenn Gordon Caron raises reboot speculation with a tweet. Over the past several years, rumors about a potential Moonlighting reboot have been floating around periodically, but every time Disney sources indicated that there was no Moonlighting reboot idea developed enough to warrant an announcement. In the meantime, fans have remained hopeful that that meant there were indeed ideas, but there simply wasn't enough to them to make it work. That is, until a rather cryptic tweet from writer and producer Glenn Gordon Caron, who created Moonlighting for ABC back in the day. Disney and I have put our heads together and come up with a plan. Big announcement on Wednesday. The tweet read together with a picture of Sybil Shepherd and Bruce Willis in their respective roles, Madeline Maddie Hayes and David Addison Jr. The original Moonlighting ran for a total of 5 seasons before the rumored troubles between the leading stars got the better of them. And well, the ratings weren't exactly what they used to be either. Until now, reruns of the show have seemed impossible for a myriad of reasons, and fans have been hoping that a reboot could otherwise do the trick. Even though the original Moonlighting premiered in 1985, the series has always remained close to the hearts of fans, and many believe that a new generation of fans would latch onto the characters and the story in no time. But for now, rumors are rumors, and a tweet is just a tweet. So whether we're actually getting a reboot, or maybe the reruns have finally been made available, remains to be seen. What would you prefer? A reboot with an all-new contemporary cast, or reruns of the original Moonlighting? And that's all we've got for now. How do you think the kidnapping of Jared Padalecki's Cordell Walker will play itself out? And what do you think the real reason is he's been stashed in that mysterious white van? Let us know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching.